Did you know that some of the most terrifying stories on the internet are not found in books or movies, but in the dark corners of forums and chat rooms? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Whispers from the Dark. Tonight, I invite you on a journey into the shadowy corners of the internet, where nightmares are born and where stories take on a life of their own. These tales, known as creepypastas, are shared by anonymous users, and they have a way of lingering in your mind long after you've read them. If you're brave enough to continue, we'll unravel 5 of the most chilling creepypastas ever shared. From faceless figures lurking in the woods to haunted cartridges that blur the line between reality and madness, these tales may rob you of your sleep. Let's start with the story of Ben Drowned, a story about a haunted video game cartridge that seems to possess the player and pull them into a sinister world. We'll also delve into Jeff the Killer, a story of a boy who turns into a monstrous figure with a terrifying smile after a series of tragic events. Finally, we'll uncover the Slender Man, an unnerving figure said to stalk children and drive people to madness with his eerie presence. Turn off the lights, plug in your headphones, and remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones created by our own imagination. Let's begin. Ever felt the sudden urge to look behind you, only to find nothing there? You might have brushed shoulders with Slenderman. Slenderman, arguably the most iconic creepypasta of all time, is described as a tall, thin entity, dressed in a black suit, with long, spindly arms and, most disturbingly, a completely blank face. He's often depicted lurking in foggy forests or abandoned playgrounds, silently stalking his prey. His eerie calmness and faceless visage tap into a primal fear. There's no reading his expression, no knowing his intent. Though Slenderman originated on the internet forum Something Awful, back in 2009, his legend spread like wildfire. People claimed he appears to children in quiet suburban neighborhoods, luring them into the woods. He's become an urban legend for the digital age. Some say you can sense his presence when you feel that sudden urge to look behind you. It's this sense of the unknown that makes Slenderman so haunting. Even though he was created as a fictional character, some real-world incidents have been tied to kids believing in his existence. That blend of reality and fiction is what cements Slenderman as a modern boogeyman. Imagine walking through a forest, the fog thickening around you. You glimpse a tall silhouette standing unnaturally still among the trees. The fear of the unknown grips you, and that's the power of Slenderman. Imagine hearing a whisper in the dead of night, telling you to go to sleep. Next up is Jeff the Killer, a story that revolves around a teenage boy who transforms from a bullied outcast into a sadistic murderer with a permanently carved smile on his face. The origin story varies, but the central point remains the same. Jeff suffers a tragic or disturbing event, his sanity snaps, and he becomes an inhuman monster who creeps into bedrooms at night. One of the most iconic aspects of Jeff the Killer is the infamous image associated with him. A pale face, wide eyes, and that twisted grin. Many who've encountered the photo report feeling uneasy, as though the eyes follow you. It's a chilling reminder of the horrors that lurk in the dark corners of the internet. The catchphrase, "go to sleep," often attributed to Jeff, has become a hallmark of creepypasta culture. It's the last thing his victims hear before he strikes. While the original story's writing quality might not rival professional horror fiction, the visceral imagery and the ominous presence of Jeff have kept this tale alive for years. It feeds on fears of home invasion and the idea that someone who looks almost human, but not quite, might be waiting just beyond your bedroom door. What if I told you there's a creature that visits you while you sleep, leaving you traumatized for life? Meet the Rake, a pale humanoid figure that lurks in the darkness. Descriptions of the Rake vary, but it's often depicted as hairless and emaciated, with hollow or completely black eyes. Some stories say the Rake has long claws or nails, hence the name. Imagine waking up to see those claws just inches from your face. Encounters with the rake leave survivors deeply traumatized, plagued by nightmares and paranoia. Some say it whispers chilling words in the night. Others claim it simply watches. The rake's origin is shrouded in mystery. Is it an ancient entity, a demon, or a twisted creature from a lab? No one knows for sure. This ambiguity fuels fear and curiosity. Creepypastas like the rake exploit our primal fear of the dark and the unknown. So next time you feel like something is watching you in the dark, remember, the rake might be closer than you think. What if your favorite childhood video game turned into a nightmare? Ben Drowned, the Majora's Mask creepypasta, tells a tale of a haunted Nintendo 64 cartridge. It starts innocently enough, a yard sale, an old unlabeled cartridge. But then strange glitches appear. Disturbing messages, erratic characters, and an eerie statue of Link seem to follow the player. Scribbled text hints at a presence named Ben, possibly the spirit of a drowned boy. The in-game environment becomes nightmarish, distorted music, reversed sound effects, and ominous text boxes. The game itself might be possessed or cursed. Ben Drowned blends nostalgia with creeping dread. Did you know a Sonic game could turn into a nightmare? Let's dive into Sonic.exe, a video game creepypasta that shocked the internet. Imagine Sonic the Hedgehog, but with bleeding eyes and a sinister expression. This corrupted game is nothing like the cheerful classic. Players encountered pixelated gore, distorted music, and eerie messages directly addressing them. It was as if Sonic himself was tormenting them. While some think Sonic.exe is more meme than scary, it left a big mark on early creepypasta stories. Childhood nostalgia turned into horror. Sonic.exe blurred the lines between reality and code, making us question what's real in the world of gaming. Those were 5 of the most infamous creepypastas, each with its own unique flavor of terror. Slenderman's faceless silhouette, Jeff the Killer's unnerving grin, the Rake's midnight visits, Ben Drowned's haunting glitch world, and Sonic.exe's corrupted childhood icon. These stories remind us that horror can spring from the unlikeliest corners. Video games, fictional forests, or digital images. So, which tale kept you up at night? Do you have your own creepypasta recommendations you'd like us to explore? Let us know in the comments below. If you crave more chilling stories, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll never miss a new descent into the darkness. This has been Whispers from the Dark, your guide to the eerie and the unknown. Until next time, sleep with one eye open.